Hello, welcome back to Pokemon Ruby.
And this
11.
is the person that we were supposed to go to.
Yeah, I remembered where the HM is, we found it, and it turns out it was in the house that I'd already been in, thought I'd already talked to this guy and left.
Yes, please don't crucify us for not immediately finding this person.
Because
This person watches static on their TV, they must be a lunatic.
Because I walked in, was like, oh, I've spoken to this guy, and I just walked back out again, and then I went into a gym.
Yeah.
Right.
I wasn't really paying too much attention to like this sort of thing because I didn't know that you were supposed to get this, but
Rock Smash is kind of a shit move. Really, it's only like 40 power.
well, that's why maybe you should have had like someone else that you're not. Wait, you're not going to use Marshall, right?
Yeah, I'm not going to use Maelstrom for much longer, but I will have to reteach it to someone else, I suppose. Give it to him, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you can
See,
always.
it's only 20 power in this? Jesus, it's even worse than I thought. Well, we're not going to be using Growl, I suppose we can get rid of that. Fucking hell.
It's 15 power, isn't it?
20.
It said 15.
No, it's 20.
It said 15 though.
No, it's 20. It's definitely 20.
It just said 15 as I was reading it.
Oh, shit.
How do you check it? Rock Smash 15.
20. Power. 20.
Oh right, I thought you meant the PP.
No, how strong the move is. I don't care how big its PP is. Anyway, now we can go up to the north.
What's more important than how big its PP is?
How much she's willing to buy me dinner. Anyway, anyway. You didn't need to know that.
Anyway, we can actually progress.
Yes.
Where are we going now?
Up north.
But like, I mean, what are we going to?
I want to see if I can find a fossil in the desert, because I want to add that to our team.
Ah. You want to add a fossil to our team?
Oh, I'm going to revive it and turn it into a Pokemon, but yes.
Ah, so it's one of those cases. What the fuck is that? Is he like holding something? Is that a floppy disk?
He's holding a camera.
It looks like a floppy disk.
Look on the, it's probably more clear on...
It still looks like a floppy disk. Does it not look like a floppy disk?
Yeah, it does.
Exactly.
It do. It certainly do.
But I suppose it does kind of like a camera as well. It's just kind of like the circular
Well,
thing
she's
is kinda
holding a
harder to-
microphone and he stood next to her holding a camera. They're meant to be news people.
Oh.
Fuck's sake, Joe.
Why are they just stood there? They're not even reporting anything, are they?
Don't ask me. I mean, I suppose
He
you
looks
are,
so
but
sad.
I do like Shrimish. I could go back to the forests and try and find one to add to our team, but it's such a long way back.
It's not worth it for the meme, really.
I mean, we could try and... When we've got Fly, I could go back
Yeah.
and get one, but...
Yeah, Fly is the key to all of this.
But I don't think we can use Fly until after we beat Winona, so...
Which gym is that?
6.
So, not anytime soon then. We've only done 3?
I think... I could be wrong, it might be Flannery who lets us use it, but I've got a feeling she lets us use Strength, and then you...
Comment in the comment section below if
And
Sho
then
is right or not.
Beating your dad allows you to use...
What? Excuse me?
Your dad is the 5th gym leader.
Really? God, I feel like I'm watching, like, Empire Strikes Back for the first time.
No, your
Such
dad...
a revelation.
Your dad is the 5th gym leader.
Like, they usually don't show the dad at all in these games.
Well, in Gen 3, it's the only game where you have a dad.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so surprising.
Mm-hmm.
Which gen do you like out of all of them? Is it this?
The most?
Yeah.
That's a tough question.
Like, if you could play the games, like,
Forever.
but you could only play one generation.
But and not get bored of it.
Well, like, not necessarily don't get bored of it, but like, which one would you like rather play? Like, if they were like, here's all of the Pokemon games right here, which generation? We'll give you one like right now to play.
Probably Gen 4.
So that's the one after this one.
Yes.
Right. Is that Diamond Pearl?
Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Heart
Yeah.
Gold, and Soul Silver.
I thought Heart Gold and Soul Silver was 2. Because it's like a remake.
Gold, Silver, and Crystal are Gen 2, but Heart Gold and Soul Silver are
They
part,
incorporate those, do they?
they're part of Gen 4, yeah.
Huh. I thought it was just only the ones from Gen 2, because they're remakes.
No. Gen 1 is red, blue, yellow, and green.
Yeah. But
Gen-
only green in
Japan. Yeah. Gen 2 is Gold, Silver, Crystal. Gen 3 is Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Fire Red, and Leaf Green. Gen 4 is Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Heart Gold, Soul Silver.
Yeah. I didn't realise that they included remakes in the...
Yeah. Gen 4 is... like I said, Gen 5 is Black, White, Black 2, and White 2, the only ones to have sequels.
You're disgustingly good, this person says.
Oh, you're disgusting in general. Gen 6 is X, Y, Omega Ruby, and Alpha Sapphire. Gen 7 is Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, and Let's Go, Pikachu and Eevee. And Gen 8 is now Sword and Shield and the upcoming Diamond and Pearl remakes.
And Arceus.
And Legends Arceus.
Or is Arceus its own thing?
I guess it could be its own thing, but I guess
Because it's not the same kind of game, is it? It's
no,
like...
I suppose not, but definitely the Diamond and Pearl remakes.
Because it's like, would you count Pokemon Snap in a generation? Like,
No.
because it's kind of like that kind of thing, where it's like, do you count Arceus as one of the like
No, I wouldn't.
the
count,
generation?
I wouldn't
game?
count Snap. But honestly, like I like most of the Pokemon games.
Yeah.
Like if I really there's your sand.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed Gen 7. A lot of people didn't like it, but I really.
Which one's Gen 7?
Sun Moon, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon.
I don't think I played. I have Moon, but I haven't played it.
It's so good, honestly. I loved it because at the time I played Gen 3 and Gen 4. I missed Gen 5 when it was new, but I
Right.
decided to skip
Is
it.
that X and Y? Yeah,
No,
that's
Black and White.
Yeah, Black and White.
I missed Black and White when they were new.
Because that's when they were trying to do the whole 3D thing, right?
No, Black and White was still on the DS.
No, I mean like they were trying to do like the 3D perspective thing.
Kind of, but
Like they were trying to make it less just overhead kind of stuff.
sort of, but it was still mostly.
Yeah.
But they experimented with the graphics more.
Yeah.
But anyway,
That's what I mean. Like they
I
were sort of
missed-
trying to make it less just sprites. Done.
I missed Black and White 2 when they were new. And I also skipped X and Y because I just kept playing Gen 3 and Gen 4.
Yeah.
And I also didn't have a 3DS at the time, but then I got one. But Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire were new, so I played them for nostalgia reasons. And I really enjoyed them. But then I just carried on, and I played Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, and Ultra Moon. And honestly, it was a riot.
Yeah.
I had a smile on my face the entire way through playing the Gen 7 games. And even Sword and Shield, as bastardized as people like to claim that it is, I still had a wonderful time playing it casually, and I just had a smile on my face the whole way through. I just loved it. It was
I
really
suppose if I
genuinely
tried to give it like another chance, maybe I'd like it a bit more. But like I was just sort of, I don't know what it was about. Maybe I was just trying to rush through it too much. I don't know.
I just played it really slow.
Yeah.
Like,
I just didn't really care too much about like that. Like, you know, they were constantly trying to tell the like story about like the Squidward brothers or whatever.
that's only after you become champion.
Is it?
Yeah.
Like they were definitely telling something about like an end of the world plot or something like that, though, right?
They were talking about the world's darkest day up to when
Yeah.
you became a champion.
But it's just they kept like saying about the whole darkest day sort of thing.
I mean,
and
sure,
I
I
was just like, am I hearing like the same stuff?
I mean, sure, I was half paying attention to it, but honestly, most of the time, because Sword and Shield were like fairly, especially with the wild area and stuff, and the fact that it's also based on the UK, I was just exploring a lot of the
Yeah.
time. I would spend an hour just walking around a route and exploring stuff before I even made it to the next town.
The memes where they just have like the Scottish accents.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could probably play it again.
Yeah, like I said,
I just kind of rushed through
No,
it.
I just had a wonderful time exploring it and just wandering around.
Yeah. It was one of those things where it basically just every single battle was just use snipe shot and one shot someone.
Yeah, no, I just.
Maybe I played it wrong. I don't know.
There's no wrong way to play Pokemon. It's basically.
Yeah, I was just doing one of those sort of things where they're like, you're playing games wrong.
Well, a lot of people just like to blitz through it and just sprint full pelt between each towns and just mash the A button to go through battles and stuff. I was just having a good time exploring.
And I understand. Like, I feel like maybe if I went back for it, I'd probably enjoy it more. Like, I think it was just the way I was like just trying to get through it.
That's one of the reasons why I like Sun and Moon so much, though, because like even in X and Y, you were still moving in 8 directions.
Yeah.
On even if in a 3D environment. But on Sun and Moon, you just had the circle pad, and you could walk around full 360, explore the towns at your own leisure, and it was a lot more open. And also because you have the different islands.
Sick, Mothra grew.
Right, but also because it's spread out across these 4 different islands and stuff, it felt like the world was a lot bigger.
Yeah.
Even though it's probably about the same size as a regular Pokemon region.
Yeah.
The scenery was beautiful. We've never had a tropical scenery
So
thing
it
before.
was like
fully 3D. It felt like a much bigger environment. It changed up the formula with the gyms and stuff, and that it didn't have any. The story didn't take itself seriously with Team Skull at all, but also it got extremely dark with Lusamine, and Guzma had a bit of a tragic story and stuff to it, and the characters are really well written. Sure, How is an annoying piece of shit, but
I don't know any of this stuff, but it sounds like at least a very interesting addition to the series.
The main things a lot of people don't like about it is the fact that it's too cinematic and all the cutscenes and stuff.
Alright, yeah, I don't get that. Like, if things are like cinematic and like they're made to be like cinematic and stuff, like it's it's.
Thing is,
as long as the game itself is fine, it doesn't really matter if there's like cinematic elements to it. Like if it makes the game worse and it's just cinematics and like there's no proper gameplay to it, then like sure, but Pokemon, there's plenty of gameplay in Pokemon games.
Okay.
And from what you've said, like it definitely seems like there's a lot. Oh. My legs are solid from what?
Walking up the mountain.
Huh. So that sounds like me walking around constantly for my job. Like my knees just feel like they're about to explode.
Thing is, there isn't that many cuts. Like, sure, there's a cutscene here and there.
Yeah. But it's like people hate Skyward Sword for the same reason. But I think Skyward Sword is a fine enough game as it is.
I just loved Sun and Moon, or the Sun and Ultra Moon. It was a joyful experience.
Yeah.
Which is what you want, honestly.
Yeah. Like, because the whole
Which is what this is for me.
Yeah.
I'm just playing Pokemon with me mates.
Mate.
Well, mates. What, you don't see him
My
too?
one friend.
You don't see him as well?
Oh, the Saturn. Oh, Dreamcast. Fucking Jesus Christ. Sega.
Ding ding ding. No, that's not what I meant, but yeah, I'm just playing Pokemon, having a good time. We're having a laugh.
Yeah.
It's just a chill, happy time. That's all I want.
Yeah.
That's all I want from it.
Just sitting here like, go Steve.
Steve. I'm not taking it seriously. I mean, because Pokemon is basically baby's first RPG. You don't have to take it super seriously.
Also, like, we're literally getting drunk. Like, I don't think any of this is too serious. I don't think we're ever too serious, really.
No, but a lot of people take Pokemon really seriously.
Yeah.
And it's like with Mario Party. I don't take it seriously. It's just to mess around, have fun.
But like, I get the same sort of thing with Mario Party as like, sort of, it's essentially the same thing as like Road Rage, where it's just like,
that's true.
Because it's like, if it's another person, then it's all right. But like when it's the computer and they're trying to become the superstar, I'm like, the game can't progress if you're the superstar. Just let me win, you know? Like, and then they become the superstar, and then they lose, and I'm like, fucking told you. To a fucking CPU. It's not like, I don't know, passion in video games, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, as long as you're not fucking spiking controllers and, like, you know, ruining your life because of it, like...
Watch our Double Dash playthrough, you can see how impassioned we get.
Over a fucking racing game.
I know. I can't wait to see that on playback.
I can't remember most of the stuff that happened in that. Like, I feel like so much, like... You know, there were like so many races that I'm just like... I don't even remember.
We'll see in the edit anyway.
Yeah. I'm not being too annoying, right? Like,
No.
I'm fairly alright, yeah.
No more than usual.
Fair enough. Cause I don't feel like I'm too bad. Like, maybe a little bit more, but like, not too bad. At least we can see in this cave. What are those? Are they just like little bits of pressure? Yeah. Oh. Well, it's not a new Pokemon, so...
Oh, we haven't caught one yet.
Well, it's just like, I thought like, oh, what new Pokemon are we going to find in this cave? Oh, it's just a Machop, okay. Cool.
Oh.
What a small cave.
Well, we didn't have strength to go through the whole thing. Never mind.
Raspberries?
Yep.
Oh, I've heard of Pecha berries before. I think that was in Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
Pecha berries cure poison.
I just remember the name.
That's fair enough.
Because I think the first games that I was playing were Diamond and Pearl, and then the second games I was playing was Soul Silver. Well, just Soul Silver because I didn't have Heart Gold. A lot of the people at school kind of did. I feel like sometimes Pokemon hits differently when you're at school.
Oh yeah, I forgot I need for specs to go into the desert.
Gotta have that sand.
Yeah, it's been cool for us and irritating and getting everywhere.
Yeah.
We need the goggles to progress, I forgot about that.
Sandy balls. I swear there was an ad for that, like something just called Sandy Balls. I don't know if it was like a holiday resort or something. I just remember the name.
Sounds familiar. Yes, yeah. Yes, there is. You're right. I think there is. We were talking about it at work. Because we were talking about places to go away on holiday, and one of the account team managers said that he had this place which is called Sandy Balls.
Yeah.
And we all had a bit of a laugh about it.
It's one of those sort of things like the You and Your Johnson ad.
You're right. It is a place.
Yeah. They know what they're doing. Just like how they had like Bikini Bottom and Sandy Cheeks.
Yeah.
Another excuse to get some SpongeBob in there. It just kind of happens, really.
If we make a SpongeBob joke at least once every episode.
I don't know.
Reference.
Like I think maybe every few episodes.
At the minute, it feels like every episode.
Did I make one last one? I can't remember.
One of us did.
Maybe. I think. Oh wait, yeah. I think I remember berating you on the fact that like you were saying that I used too many.
Yeah.
Well, it's just one of those sort of things. Like when you've got like a childhood like show that you remember a lot about. I like legit when I was it in primary school or high school or something? I can't remember. But basically, I used to be able to literally recite the entire SpongeBob SquarePants movie line by line.
Yeah. I mean...
So, like, during my break, I could just watch the SpongeBob movie in my head. And acted out to people, and there was also Culture Shock, the episode Culture Shock. I think it was called Culture Shock. You know, the episode where they're doing a talent show.
Is that the one where the Squidward dancing gif comes from?
I think so. I think it was called Culture Shock.
Get to the point.
But I knew that one line by line as well. There was also a comic that had basically that whole episode in it that I don't know if it was exactly line by line, but it was essentially that. Basically, I had a much better memory back then.
Me too.
Yeah.
Alarm,
which I really wish I had a better memory like that now, because trying to learn a language is just so much harder now.
It really is.
Yeah. Trying to learn anything is harder now. And we're not even that old.
Well, old enough to know better.
I know we sound like we're immature as fuck, but you know.
Well, we are.
Can't be grown up if you aren't childish sometimes.
There's no point being grown up.
Yeah.
You can't be childish sometimes.
Like, I was basically going along that lines, but I was like, I don't need to get the quote exactly right. Like, the sentiment is still the same.
Growing older is mandatory, but growing up is optional.
Yeah. I mean, look at Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen. Like, they're basically 5-year-olds at heart. And, like, they're pretty lovable. Like, you know, you can't watch, like, something with them, like, both in it and I'll be like, come on, this is good.
Mm-hmm.
We're still fighting lily pads, I see.
Yes. Annoyingly.
Yeah. So what are we going towards?
I can't remember. I'm just wandering around at the minute until I remember what happens next.
Are we going towards the next, like, place where the gym is, or are we doing a specific...
We're going towards
like,
the next place where the next gym is.
Okay. So we're not, like, going finding some person? Or
No.
something.
Although I want to get the goggles so we can go in the desert to pick up our fossil.
Oh yeah, you were trying to get through the desert. I do remember that.
But we need the special goggles.
So
to be able to
goggles
do it.
stop you from getting lost. I'm
Well, they
guessing.
stop the sand getting in your eyes.
Yeah, but I'm guessing that it's like a Lost Woods situations where, like, if you walk through and don't have it, then you come back to the entrance again.
No. It's not that sophisticated. It just doesn't let you pass until you have them.
Okay,
It's not like that.
fair enough.
Did we ever figure out how to beat that in the end?
No, I don't mean like the woods in Mario World. I mean like the Lost Woods, like Zelda.
Oh, right.
As in, like, you go through like a certain pattern in order to get through.
Okay.
Although I suppose that is the same as the Mario one. But those are the Forest of Illusion, not the Lost Woods.
Right, okay. On the next episode, we try and track down where these mystery glasses are. Until then, thank you very much for watching. We do appreciate it. Like the video if you did. Subscribe for more Pokemon Ruby and what other stuff's coming up next. Check the playlist down below for other games we've played. And as always, we'll see you next time. Thank you very much for watching, and ta-ra!
See ya.